How's it going, guys? Today, I'm going to be ranking every single episode of Drake and Josh. Let's just jump right into it. Alrighty, first up we have Believe Me, Brother. I think this episode absolutely slaps, is still hilarious and fun to rewatch after all these years. Megan playing pranks on them, hilarious. The Bet, really strong episode, really shows both Drake and Josh kind of playing to their strengths towards their battle towards their addictions, I guess, pretty much. And yeah, iconic episode. At least A, potentially S after I feel like I've watched it too many times, but it's a quality episode. It might be S. I'm gonna put it in A for now. Dune Buggy. This episode's okay. It's kind of funny. For a third episode, they're kind of still finding their fitting, but it's still pretty funny, I guess. Honor Council. Pretty good season 2 episode. Has some really funny moments and very rewatchable. Might have to go in S. Next we have Sheep Thrills. This episode is not that funny. Like, Drake and Josh end up getting grounded for like a month. Yeah, might have to go in C. But it's not that bad to watch, I guess. Battle of Panther is very fun to rewatch. Fun action, funny moments. Yeah, A tier. Megan's First Kiss. I don't dislike this episode as much as I used to. Yeah, funny moments. Pip pip to doodly doo. The costume shop was closed. The temple was open. That's pretty funny. And a nice ending. Drew and Jerry. Some pretty interesting performances. Drake and Josh try to make each other jealous. Yeah, quality Drake and Josh episode. Vicious Tiberius. My favorite moment is when Drake is imitating Josh and he uses an Italian accent. He's like, "Ooh, I'm Joshua. I want to watch the house of Mrs. Hayfair." And Josh is like, "So when did I become Italian?" This is such a Drake moment. First Crush. I don't know if I like this better than Believe Me, Brother. I kind of do because of the I Found a Way performance. That's not even the best part about the episode. The best part is when Drake is using his hands to control Josh. Yeah, really funny. Eric punches Drake. It's cool to see Drake kind of get his karma a little bit, and Josh getting jealous of Mindy's cousin boyfriend. That shit is so funny. So it definitely goes in A. Little Sibling. This episode's not that funny. It's nice to see Drake end up doing something nice for Josh by the end. I'll put it in B. Little Diva. Yeah, this episode's not that funny. I'll put that in C. Like, them controlling her when she's unconscious, that's probably the funniest part, I guess. Why was your door under my bucket? That was pretty funny. The fake Helen. So there are still some memorable moments, like Ethan LaRoche. So I might have to put it in B. No, I'll put it in C. It wasn't that memorable. The Storm. I like this episode. I can see why people might not like it that much. If it had Josh in it, it would be even more better. But all the characters are able to hold up and show their personalities, like Helen, Crazy Steve, Craig and Eric, Megan, Mrs. Parker. Yeah, and the We Will Rock You part is amazing. The Drake and Josh used to love this episode. It's pretty iconic. Yeah, some pretty strong season openers for Drake and Josh, honestly. I'll put it in A. Yeah. The Demonator. I'll put it in. It's pretty funny, like the Papa Nichols. I feel like the plot could have done a little bit more. Something about this episode feels a little bit shorter than it is, doesn't it? I'll put it in B. Alien Invasion. This episode I used to like a lot. Almost not as funny now after all these rewatches, but there's still funny moments, like them laughing at Megan, them dancing as aliens. So yeah, it deserves to be an A. It's not even a Halloween episode, you know. Treehouse is a solidified classic that has to go in S tier. Where is the door hole? And then they made a video reacting to it where they were like, why they could actually fit through the door. Technically, they just made it look like they couldn't. I wonder if Dan Schneider wrote that episode. I found out recently that Dan Schneider did write a majority of Drake and Josh episodes. I wonder if that's the case if Dan Schneider wrote a majority of iCarly episodes and Victorious episodes. Really Big Shrimp is a solidified classic to me. Amazing, makes me happy. It's a great finale. I Love Sushi. Yeah, this episode's pretty funny. Them losing all their stuff. Them getting nachos in their mouth. Hot nachos in their mouth. Is it A-worthy after all these rewatches? I'm gonna be a little bit harder on it and put it in B. The wedding. I like this episode. Standalone sort of bottle episode. I think what's his name, Johnny 2000, pointed out that like Drake and Josh has like 7 bottle episodes that are like kind of similar. Does it deserve to be an A tier? Yeah, I think the characters do a good job carrying the episode. Number 1 fan. Decent episode. Drake, like, he obviously like had a reason to like have to set a boundary with the girl, but like it's sweet what he did at the end. It is kind of harsh towards Josh. Josh has to be kind of crazy, bombastic and stuff. So I'm gonna put it in B. It's all right. Paging Dr. Drake. I don't like this episode that much, honestly. It's not bad. There's funny moments. And it's not even that I'm offended with the sort of Indian accent that Josh does. It's kind of racist, I guess, but I'm not really offended by it. Yeah, it's just alright. Seeing the guys in the hospital is not that funny, you know. Football. Good episode, and Josh trying to prove himself to be cool. Drake kind of bigs him up a little bit. Yeah, this episode is A-worthy. Potentially S-worthy. Josh is done is absolutely S-worthy. The last time I watched that episode, less than a few months ago, it made me cry. The way Drake tries to apologize. Helen's surgery. I never found this episode too funny. I don't mind it that much, I guess. Again, Drake kind of learns nothing in the episode. Like, it just makes the kind of moment where they're doing the kind of Dance Dance Revolution kind of iconic. Guitar. I like Guitar. It's one of the missing episodes that is off like streaming services and stuff. So yeah, I don't watch it I don't get to see it that often over the years. It's pretty funny and it's pretty solid. Good to see them doing something nice for each other. Steered Straight. This is a crazy episode. Kidnap the governor. Kind of typical Drake and Josh formula. Pretty funny over the years. B or A? B or A? I'm gonna put it in B. Foam Finger. Foam Finger, a very iconic episode. Calling me a liar? I ain't calling you a truther. And then Drake moves out and he thinks there's monsters in the attic. Yep. Smart Girl. I think Smart Girl is an interesting episode. I think it's really funny. I think Josh pranking Megan is really funny. Drake trying to prove that he's smart and doesn't learn anything though. I think Johnny 2000 pointed out that a lot of teen shows at the time were making the plot where there's like a game show and someone is like feeding them the answers. That was kind of a typical plot in kid shows around that time, which is kind of true. Who's Got Game? Yeah, it's cool to see Josh with that sort of season 4 confidence. You wouldn't have seen that confidence in season 1. That is personality and character development right there. And seeing Drake kind of like try to prove himself that he like was not being superficial, that he was actually connecting with that girl, and Josh on that dating montage, and then Drake apologizing for that. This is a pretty banger of an episode. It's gonna go in high A. Yeah. Do I like it more than Ben and the Guitar? Yeah. I'll do some rearranging a little bit later, but this looks pretty good so far. Drake and Josh in goes up. Not better than Smart Girl. Is Smart Girl better than The Wedding and football? It's hard to decide right now. Megan's Revenge. I think this episode's pretty funny. It feels shorter than it is for some reason. I feel like it could have done more, but it still has a lot of funny, memorable moments. Them being paranoid, and just how it escalates. Definitely A. Dr. Phyllis show should be in B, yeah, because it is just a clip show. It's a pretty solid watch anyway. Driver's License is okay. It's kind of mean towards Josh. I kind of want to put it towards C. I enjoy rewatching it over the years. It is one of the missing episodes, and it is pretty funny at times. But it is just kind of mean towards Josh. Pool Shark. Yeah, like kind of Josh trying to teach Drake a lesson about hustling. It's a pretty funny episode, pretty good. A tier. Girl Power. A or B? I don't know. Like, yeah, like Josh kind of calling Drake out for kind of trying to unintentionally wreck his relationship. Some funny laugh out loud moments, like when the lamp falls down, and when what's the girl's name? Lucy, I think. Beats up the French fry guy. A tier or B tier? I'll put it in B, yeah. Mindy Loves Josh. I talked about how much I liked this episode before. I'm gonna keep it in A tier, yeah. I can see why people think it's kind of cheesy. Mindy's back. This episode's pretty decent. Kind of cool to see Josh get a girlfriend for himself in the show. I'll put it there, A. And then Drake kind of helping him out. Is it A worthy? It might have to be B. Yeah. Dance contest realistically is a B. The plot is kind of mean towards Josh, but like it's cool the way the show builds itself up. It's a fun watch. The dancing isn't like the best because they are using stunt doubles and such, but like yeah, it is kind of satisfying episode. But like the plot is kind of thin. Kind of needs work, but there are some funny moments, like that random lady that's at the party. Yeah. Grammy I think is a good episode. A, yeah. Basketball loses against Drake in basketball. Drake loses against Graham in basketball. Theater Thug is mean, just mean towards Josh. I cannot put it in A. It is funny. It has some funny moments, definitely. Like, help me with my script. I'm not the guy. Oh god. If you think about it, it's funny, but it's mean towards Josh. Drake and Megan try to help him, so it definitely, yeah, it should belong in B. The Affair, yeah, it's pretty funny. Them skipping school, finding out about their dad, accusing him of, oh, I really needed some milk. Yeah. Is it A worthy? I don't think so. It's probably B worthy, yeah. Megan's new teacher, I find it pretty funny. Like, Josh kind of getting kind of cocky, even though he has kind of mostly good intentions as a teacher. And then Drake wanting a new drummer. Yeah, it's pretty iconic episode. Almost S tier, yeah. Okay. 2 Idiots and a Baby. I was never too big of a fan of this one. It's just alright. Nothing too bad, worth watching. I guess it's okay. Josh runs into Oprah. Iconic. I still remember when this aired for the first time. I was 6 years old or something. 5 years old probably. Yeah, it's A tier for me. Hilarious stuff. I ran over Oprah. The Great Doheny. I find this episode funny. Over rewatch. Still holds up. Yeah. The Gary Coleman grill. I'm gonna have to put it in C tier. I don't like seeing the guys get arrested, you know? Playing the field, this episode's okay. They don't really learn much. Josh, like, tries to, like, double down and stubborn about his mustache. It's B tier. It's pretty entertaining, yeah. My Dinner with Bobo. This episode's just okay. It's not that funny. Yeah, I'll put it in B. Blues Brothers, iconic, absolutely one of my favorites. S tier, for sure. Mean Teacher. This episode's pretty funny. Drake dating a girl who laughs too much. Josh believing in a very lucky shirt. Interesting plot. Is it A-worthy? Is it A-worthy? Yeah, it's a solid episode, I guess. Yeah. Movie job. Yeah, it's cool to see Drake do something nice for Josh by the end. I don't find it that super funny, but like when he's stacking the tower of candy and like Drake's is all askew and stuff, like I don't find that all that funny. Yeah, I'll put it in B. Hug Me Brother, the pilot, even though it's a missing episode, it might have to go in S tier, like, because I don't get to watch it as much over the years, but when I do get to watch it, it's freaking hilarious. Josh in a dress, Miss Nancy, but like, obviously it's very mean towards Josh. It sets up the show very, very well. We're Married. Kind of an okay plot. The tension, I guess, is kind of funny. Again, unfair towards Josh a little bit. Kind of a funny resolution with the goat balls. Yeah, it's B worthy. But good memory of Drake and Josh. Helicopter is pretty funny. I don't know if I can put it above B. Is it A worthy? It has good tension, I guess. Sort of a bottle episode in ways. The funniest part of the episode is 1 in 5 people don't make it to the ground when they skydive. Peruvian Puff Pepper. Iconic episode. Fun to rewatch over the years. Is it really that special? Yeah, it's kind of fun. Showing like Megan has all this equipment. Yeah. And then we have Drake and Josh Go Hollywood. I love this movie, honestly. I don't know if it's S-worthy. I don't know if the plot is really that strong. It is really good. Yeah. It goes like here. It's a very enjoyable, I think. Just for an action, for a Nickelodeon fun kids TV movie. And then the Christmas movie. Yeah, rewatching it over the years, it is mean to its characters, and it's just nice. It was just nice to see the show come back. Yeah, I'll put it at the bottom of A. Wow, what a show! What a show! That is the tier list, guys. None of the episodes were in D tier. None of the episodes were too trash. What did you guys think? Do you guys agree with my tier list? Let me know down below. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like, and see you in the next one.